Hi there. Welcome to a series of videos called English for Emerson. On this channel we learn some basic English and we get a whole lot of very important lectures that you just probably can't even live without. So insightful on this channel, I don't mind telling you. We've had a few good ones lately. We started off with conversational English in terms of just basic questions and answers, and then now I've kind of veered off into a little bit what you'd call phrases or sayings that maybe impart a little bit of wisdom. So basically I'm killing two birds with one stone. That's a great saying right there. Let's do it. What the heck does that even mean? Well, let's find out. Here we go. Starts with we're going to kill two birds with one stone. That's a classic saying. Start with a capital K for kill. You got your straight line down, not very straight in this case, then an arm, and then a leg. Not a bad K. Then we got I, L, L. That L has to go all the way down to the bottom. Not a very good job of writing, I don't mind saying. You know, the thing about on this channel, it's free. So you can't expect it to be perfect. And those two L's aren't even the same length. I don't know. I'm having a heck of a time getting down to the bottom on that second one. That's about as good as I can get it. Kill two. Now, kill two. It's very interesting. You know that if I was to say the word two in normal circumstances, like go to your room, or go to the kitchen, or go get something to eat, I'd be using the word T-O. T-O. I'll put it right up here. T-O. Go to bed. Go to bed. That's T-O. This two is totally different. It sounds the same, but this is the number two. You see the number two here. So when we're writing the number two, we go T-W-O. There's different kinds of twos in English. Do you follow me? Kill two birds. B-I-R-D. Birds. We've talked about this. When there's a zzz sound at the end of a word, birds, it's usually made with an S, even though it sounds like a Z. Birds. It's usually the Z sound at the end of a word is usually made with an S. Don't know why. Don't know why. Kill two birds with, listen to that word right there. Let's do a little bit of practice on trying to spell. With. What letter is going to make that sound for with? I hope you're thinking about a W, and that would be right. With. We got the wi. Now, for the th, with, that strange sound in English where you put your tongue between the two sets of your teeth. With. What letters make that sound? I hope you're thinking about the TH, because that would be right. With. Kill two birds with. I got pots and pans out here. Can you see all this? Probably not, because I think the screen ends about right here. You don't see all the clutter that I got all over the counter in my kitchen here. What a fiasco. But that's me, baby. You got pots and pans in your English lesson. You just don't even know it. Kill two birds with one. One is spelled O-N-E. Now, isn't it weird? English is the strangest gosh darn language I ever heard of in my life. Because it makes absolutely no sense. Look at this now. Come on now. Look at this with me. And tell me that you don't agree with me, that this language is completely illogical. We got two words here. With and one. With and one. They both start with the same sound. With one. This one starts with a W. This one does not. It makes absolutely no sense. In other words, in English, it's not all done looking the way that it sounds. This word makes no sense. It should say Ani. It should. But that word spells one. The E is silent at the end of the word. Now, that's a rule. We know that because there's another vowel in the word. O. It's another vowel, so the E at the end is going to be silent. But it should have a W to begin, but it does not. There's a different kind of one, like I won the game. That's spelled W-O-N. I won the game. So there's two different ones in English. Spelled different, they mean different things. Let's see if I can fit stone here. No, I'm going to go down below. I don't think I could fit it. Own. Kill two birds with one stone. Very interesting here. The ending of stone is O-N-E. This spells one. This spells own. Stone. Same combinations of letters can make different sounds in English. One, own. That's English. It's mostly memorization. The E here is silent again. We know that it's going to be silent because there's another vowel, O, before it in the word. And E at the end of a word is always silent if there's another vowel before it. Okay. Kill two birds with one stone. Imagine, just for a moment, that you were hunting. Like you're a caveman back out in the, I'm talking 10,000 years ago. Running around, dressed in leather with this. And you were hunting and you were hungry. And you had a stone in your hand, okay? Imagine I got a nice stone in my hand. And you came up and there were a couple of pheasants that you saw in the grass. And imagine if you took that stone and you threw it at the pheasants, and that one stone hit one and killed it, and bounced off, and then hit the other one and killed it too. And you killed two birds with one stone. Oh my gosh. That caveman would have been like, oh my God. Praise the Lord. I don't know how he would have said it. It would have been in a different language. He would have gotten all excited. To kill two birds with one stone, that would be a great thing. It's a common expression in English that you get two things done at the same time that are completely different. For example, I'm teaching English here, English words, and I'm teaching a little bit of, culture, and I'm teaching a little bit of philosophy at the same time with these lessons. I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. Do you follow me? I'm trying to teach two lessons at the same time. One is about English and one's about life. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. In other words, it's very efficient. Okay. And hopefully interesting. That's all I got for you today on English for Emerson. Hopefully I've killed two birds with one stone. I taught some English, and I taught a little bit of an old time saying from the caveman times. Man alive, can you imagine being a caveman and going out with a rock and being hungry and killing two birds with one stone, the same throw?